Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-August 2023 love reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's why I call it a bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past, present, future energies between you and a main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight, and that's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot. On the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the way around in your situation, definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that away, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Triumph. This is the equivalent of the World in traditional tarot. So to me, this is that you definitely had a lot of confidence around this situation in the past. There might have even been some obstacles that needed to be overcome in order for this connection to get off the ground, but at the very least it looks like you completed a significant karmic cycle and you actually were feeling very positive toward this connection in the past. Right. Past energy on their side, we have the King of Wands. So this is Leo energy here, and if we look at their facial expression and their body language, to me this gives off the energy of someone who doesn't necessarily take a proactive approach to things, as far as, let's say, when it comes to taking the initiative, I feel like they'd actually let you do most of the work when it comes around those things. And if we look at the body language there too, they might not necessarily be as expressive as you are in the connection either. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Three of Cups. So this is a pretty celebratory energy here. Cancer energy could just be saying that maybe you're experiencing some success elsewhere. So for example, maybe that triumph energy we're seeing might even have been related more to like a career or financial goal that you might have had. And just through that excitement, other areas of your life might have been improving as well. But either way, I feel like this is pointing to an energy of connection, possibly reconnecting with people you hadn't seen in a while. Could be siblings or just friends you've known for a long time. So definitely a light celebratory energy in the present on your side. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Strength card, so more Leo energy here. And if we look at the artwork here, it looks like a statue of basically the traditional Strength card artwork. And it looks like this person's pulling at it, right? So to me, this could just be saying, again, similar to the body language we see there, right? This person might not be giving much within the connection at this time, and you might be trying to bring that out of them, right? Like I said, it looks like you could be in a more light, playful, positive energy, whereas this person just might seem to be a bit preoccupied. So what I will say is if this is how this person normally is, right? Like if you've known them for months or even longer than that, and they're always that way, then this could just be emphasizing it even more, right? But if this is more of a thing where they're just recently starting to be this way, especially if they are a Leo, keep in mind we have Venus retrograde right now in Leo, so that could just be something to keep in mind to say that, hey, this could be more of a temporary thing. Maybe they just have a lot going on in their minds right now and they're not really able to show up in the connection the way you would like. All right, future energy on your side, we have oppression. So this is the equivalent of the Tower in traditional tarot. And it won't focus for some reason. But yeah, if we look at the artwork there, you see the stormy waters, right? There's lightning in the background. We see the back turned to the water, which the water could represent emotions. We even see some fire up there, which could represent passion as well. So yeah, I feel like for some of you might just feel like because this person seems to be a bit of a stone wall right now, right? You might feel like you're going to leave the connection behind because you might feel like your needs aren't being fulfilled within the connection. And again, like I already mentioned previously, keep in mind that, hey, there is Venus retrograde, so whether they are Leo or not, if it's more of a temporary dynamic where this hasn't always been the energy of this connection, it might just be more of a temporary thing. Whereas, okay, yes, if it's been like this for months or years, then yeah, it's probably not going to change, and you're just feeling that energy even more, pushing you out of the connection. All right, future energy on their side, we have the King of Cups. So this is actually the court card for Scorpio. So for some of you, this could, at the very least, we could say the body language has changed right now. like we were saying in the past, looks like facing away from the cards on the side, and also it just seemed like a blocked off energy. Whereas here we at least see they're facing the cards on this side, right? So on one hand, again, this could point to what I was saying, that maybe this is more of a temporary thing, and if you give it some time, you actually might find that, okay, they will actually start to be more like themselves, be more open, and be more expressive. But on the flip side, again, if that's just how this person normally is, then just keep in mind that, this might be on their part a bit of a power play, right? Where they're trying to see, okay, I want to make sure that Gemini is really into me before I give anything, right? So, and if that's the case, again, if that's a long term dynamic between the two of you, then you might just be better suited treating it like as if it's unrequited, right? Because there's a chance it could truly be unrequited, or if they're acting that way, you'd be at least best to think of it that way to limit the amount of suffering you're going through in the situation. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Seven of Arrows. So yeah, this is a Aquarius energy here, and usually it points to an energy of deception, and here more so than most decks, I feel like it's more about self-deception, right? If we look at the facial expression, this person doesn't look happy, right? Whereas in a lot of Seven of Swords artwork, the person looks like they're happily getting away with something. Right here, we see this person clearly doesn't look all that excited. And to me, that could represent just holding back feelings, right? That again, like I said, if you feel like you're giving to this connection, you're showing up with that bright, vibrant energy, and this person just seems to be like a stone wall, then yeah, obviously that could grate at you after a while, and you won't feel like you're getting back what you're giving in the connection. So this could just be saying if you're holding that back, then that really is just going to make the situation worse. So something to keep in mind there. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a Capricorn energy here. So yeah, for some of you, it could just be a symbol of saying that maybe it's just an issue if they might move slowly, right? Like I said, again, given that I see two Leo cards here, and we have Venus retrograde currently in Leo, this could even just be saying that it's a temporary thing, right? So they might be a bit slow to come out of that, but might just be that they have other things going on that, they're trying to sort out. And could they make the situation better by communicating that? Absolutely, right? But to me, it looks like you might not be communicating either that, hey, I feel like you're not showing up in this connection at this time. So again, like I said, that's going to be personal to you guys. If you feel like this is a more recent dynamic, then it might be worth trying to ride it out to see, okay, is it just these retrogrades that are at play here, or is this just the general dynamic, right? So if this has been going on for far longer than the past month or so, then yeah, it's probably going to continue. All right, moving on to your Oracle cards. First, let's see what we get from the messages of Oracle cards deck. Just looking for a single card here. All right, got one there. And next we'll see what we get from the Wisdom Oracle deck. Same situation as the single card here as well. Then we'll read the messages from both cards and wrap the reading up with that. All right, and got one there. So first we'll see what we got from the messages of love. Okay, we have interference. It says an external party is intruding on this relationship. So interesting message there. Now I will say, if there's anything to be said for the person on the right, looks like there's definitely a solo energy there. So when we say external party in that context, I wouldn't say it's likely to be another person. Like I said, this person just seems to be preoccupied with something. Like I said, now for some of you, could truly be an unrequited situation, or at the very least, depending on the circumstances, you might want to almost view it that way to keep your sanity, right? But when it says interference, again, I feel like it depends on your dynamic, right? If this is a more short-term situation that's bubbled up to the surface recently, it could just be the retrograde, and then we're going to have Mercury retrograde as well. in a bit. So something to think about there. All right, and we have blessed. There's the artwork, and the number is 22, and we'll see what the message says for that. Okay, the relationship message says you are moving toward a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. So yeah, that sentence about being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit to me seems important because, like I said, at the very least, you might have to really tap in and understand that, okay, yeah, you could keep showing up in this connection feeling like you're not getting your needs met, but not expressing that, right? That's not necessarily going to make the situation better. So tapping into a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit, like I said, could just be a matter of figuring out, okay, is this a short-term thing that could just be explained possibly by the retrogrades, or is this just more or less how the dynamic has been, and maybe I just haven't seen it clearly until now, and it could truly be an unrequited situation, you know? So hoping that resonates, guys. I'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.